So I figured I'd just do an energy update. Energy yesterday was really wonky. I didn't understand until it wasn't wonky, and the energy actually shifted. What I was experiencing was, I was feeling the shift in energy. Now looking back at my entire life, now it kind of makes sense. I was just like anxious. I didn't know why. Like I said, it's like a conflicting energy. Like I said, the best way that I could describe it is it just felt wonky, and my sinuses were acting up. My head's killing me now. That's why I took the day off yesterday, and I was gonna make a video about the energy yesterday. I just didn't really understand it until it actually shifted, and then I realized it was the fall equinox. So it's the full moon in Aries. I do believe the sun is going to align in Scorpio this month. So there's going to be some tricky energy. It's going to bring up a lot of things from the past, like childhood or any other issues that we haven't resolved. So if you got any skeletons in your closet, you might want to go dust. And if there's anything that you really need to work on still, you probably should go do that. But essentially, this month it's going to be, there's going to be a lot of drama and conflict. There's going to be a lot of things that are bringing up triggers. You know, just difficult situations, difficult people. You could experience different people trying to persuade you off your path, or even even anything that doesn't actually fit on your path. Like, don't be surprised if the universe has been tapping you, and then all of a sudden it's just body slammed off the hamster wheel per se. I should coin that term actually. Body slammed off the hamster wheel. But yeah, uh, the transition for me myself, it's rough. Like I said, looking back now, I realize that like every fucking transit of the moon, or not the transit, but the different like the moon cycles and stuff like that. The full moon always like has messed with me, and I didn't really necessarily understand it. I mean, until learning about all the energy shifts and stuff like that. Even looking back in March, there was two full moons, so that's what really sent things downhill for a lot of us. But yeah, I mean, like right now, just make sure to stay strong, stay focused, stay grounded. Remember you're not crazy. It's like I said, it's gonna be some tricky energy to work with, but like I said, just gonna have to stand in your truth, and it's important to follow your own guidance. That's another thing that it's important, especially if you're still watching different tarot readers or whatever. Like, just never give your power away to anybody. Always trust your own inner guidance. Because we're all at different points in the journey or whatever. So I mean, it's best to follow your own guidance. I mean, it's not bad to go out and try to get some additional information or anything like that, but just don't just like give away your power to anybody. It's gonna be There's gonna be, like I said, there's gonna be a lot of drama. There's gonna be a lot of things that are testing you. Maybe even like rumors or something like that are trying to persuade you against following like your guidance or your heart or whatever you want to call it. But it's all really a test to see how far we've come. It's a test to see if we're going backwards, and as a lot of us know, that's not really an option. And that's why it's important to stay grounded and just try to work with the energy the best that you can. The path of least resistance. Because as soon as you start to resist, that's it's essentially what's gonna make things even worse. So, but most importantly, pay attention to your dreams this month as well. Like I said, with the sun moving into Scorpio, and the moon cycle, it's gonna be a weird month. Like I said, if there's anything that you still have that you need to heal from, it's probably gonna come up in different situations that are gonna trigger you, or dreams. Make sure to pay attention to your dreams. I keep a notepad beside my book, or beside my bed, and so when I have dreams or whatever, I can write them down and then try to interpret them and try to understand what they're trying to tell me. But a lot of it's going to be just things that you still need to heal from. So because of the full moon and all that good stuff, you might be feeling a little bit more emotional than normal, but that's like I said, it's part of the cycle. It's part of the new energy. Stay strong, stay positive. It's okay. The stuff that's bringing it up is like well, I mean, like, everyone's gonna have different things come up. Honestly, like, the energy was really weird yesterday, like really wonky. That's what I'm gonna call it. The energy was wonky, and I just didn't know how to feel. I honestly didn't. I like withdrew inside of myself and tried to figure it out. And then as soon as the middle of the night, it just, like, the energy completely shifted, and that's when I realized what was up and went and read about it. And I mean, like, I already kind of knew it was up before, but I wanted to cross check what I felt with the moon cycle, and with the planet alignments and stuff, and pretty much confirmed everything that I had already felt or had, like, heard about. But this month is going to be a lot about spiritual growth, so commit to raising your vibration and pushing yourself forward. And remember, we're all in this together. We're not crazy. And it's honestly, like, I was upset and I felt like I needed to defend my position of my experience. But I realized I was just, like, holding on to feelings that didn't serve me. We're all unique. We've went through our own experiences, and, like, honestly, I feel it's okay that, my mom doesn't relate to me, or my friends don't relate to me, or, that's a part of my life that, that some people aren't comfortable with. Especially, like, after reading into boundaries and stuff like that. And I mean, it's, if it makes them uncomfortable, that's fine. Just, just be your badass butterfly selves, and, just, like, I personally keep all my crazy shit to myself and to you guys. So, that's what's going to make us feel better about it. and to get it out and to share our stories. I know not everybody is, you know, as open or comfortable about talking about it, in public, for sure. Like, I've always been a very open person, and I'm not. I guess I kind of was scared to open up before, but like I was slowly opening up, and then this shit all happened, and it just like fucking exploded the door open, and I can't hide what happened. I can't hide who I am. I can't hide from my experience, and I wouldn't want to, because I honestly feel like in the beginning I felt it was a curse, but the whole trial by fire, you come out the other side and you realize it was a blessing, and like we're all blessed, we're all divine creatures of like the universe or God, source, whatever you want to call it. That's the thing, the attention's in the details, and just because you might have a different view of what's going on, like that's your own interpretation of it, and that's completely fine, and that doesn't mean that we have to segregate each other from it. And that's somebody left a comment on like my video, just like talking about my experience, and like they have a different faith in me, and I in the past I really was an anti-God guy. I'm not saying that I was like I was an atheist. I wasn't like a devil worshiper. A lot of my friends thought I was at a certain point, but I just didn't, I personally don't agree with the structure of religion, just because it brings us apart. But, as I said before, the attention's in the detail, and at the end of the day, it's the spirituality of whatever. It doesn't matter what God you worship, or what higher power that you believe in. We're going through our own experiences, and I don't feel it's right to segregate anybody from this journey. And that's why it was important for me to say that, like, I'm not throwing shade at anybody that's on this path just because they feel that they're drawn to it, and like, there's no shame in doing that. I honestly wish I would have, like, then the trial by fire would have not been a thing, but unfortunately some of us just, it was written in the stars different, and as upside down as it's made our lives, as much as we've had to restart from ground one or ground zero, and as batshit crazy as we felt, as segregated that we felt, there is hope in unity between us as a community, and like I said, we're all in this together, and it's important for us to stick together and to spread our message and stand in our truth, and it's going to keep happening. It's not like we're the first, and it's not like we're going to be the last. And unfortunately, the energy is gonna continue to shift, and I'll try to keep you guys updated on it a little bit more. I was just inspired because somebody said that they felt that I didn't really need the cards, and honestly, you're right. And it's just been little pushes like that have like made me gain the confidence that I needed to share my gifts with y'all. And again, I'm gonna thank Sophia for even giving me the friggin' tough love and pushes that I needed to jump into the tarot thing, because like, even though I was like going about it the wrong way, I'm not gonna say the wrong way, because right and wrong is, that's black and white thinking. They're, like, everyone has a different way of doing things, or we all face our own issues. We're confident in some areas and not confident in other areas. And my cats, leave that alone. Don't be, no. But you might be experiencing symptoms like headaches as well, sinus stuff. I have, if you can't tell. But yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much all I can think of for right now. Like, you know, the the moon cycle. Like right now, it's gonna be a little tricky. Like I said, it's gonna bring up a lot of stuff from the past. Like I know personally myself, I just fucking, as soon as the energy, like as soon as I felt it shift, it just got nostalgic as shit. And like I've been like kind of segregating myself off. I've been like really selective of my energy. I've been kind of closed off to everyone really, because I knew that I had to protect my energy. And then all of a sudden, as soon as the energy shifted, I just felt overwhelmed with some certain feelings, and just like reflecting on some different things. And it's gonna be normal. Just don't get caught up in the emotions. Like I said, try to stay grounded. Because a lot of this is going to be a test to see how far that we've gotten. It's going to be a lot of tricky situations. And like I said, that, if there's anything that you feel that you may have been warned about as far as, work or different things like that, just heed the warnings, because I don't want anybody to get body slammed off the fucking hamster wheel. But yeah, just basically taking it a little easy for now. Like I got a killer headache, and my cat, she's tired. So I mean, we're just spending some quality time together. But I'll get to the readings later. I did make a video about the Dark Night of the Soul and talked a bit about that. It wasn't a video, it was an audio. But I'll get that up after too. I was up really late last night because of the friggin' shift, and then I got this headache and the sinus thing started, and of course, like I said, it fucking just had a lot of overwhelming feelings. And it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be normal. Just feel like, don't deny yourself. Like you gotta feel it, just don't wallow in it, and then just kind of let it go. And like I said, if there's anything that you really need to change, or changes that you've been putting off, or anything like that, it's just you're gonna want to really get to work, because like I said, this is gonna be kind of some tricky energy to work with, and more than anything, it's gonna be tricky for everybody. So that's the thing. It's not just you. It's not just me. It's not just us as a community. It's everybody on the friggin' planet, like animals as well. The energy, the energy affects everything, and that's why it's important to keep your vibration really high. To support those people around you, and not just the people around you, but like the animals and stuff too. Like animals sense your vibration. That's, my cats are magnetically drawn to me. And a month or two back, when things, I was gonna use the S word, but when things got really, really bad for me, when the energy was really dark and heavy, I could sense something in my house, like a dark, foreboding, heavy energy, and I did have to cleanse my house. I used salt, I used sage, for the first time in my life, called on like Archangel Michael, and that was a different experience for this guy. I guess that's when I really started to really get into the spirituality. Just because I knew this was something. This wasn't just nothing. This was something, and like my animals, like I could tell they were even being affected by it. Like my cats are so chill all the time, and they were fighting over nothing. Like they were just being jerks to each other, and I felt oppressed. Like the energy was honestly oppressing to me, and after I cleansed everything, it was like this the heaviness was lifted, and my cats were instantly just chill as fuck. And the more that I've raised my vibration, like the cats can feel it. Like that's the thing. Everyone feels your energy, so be careful with your energy. Like I said, this is going to be a real big test period, so make sure that the energy that you're putting into things is a positive energy. I'm not going to get into universal laws and all that good stuff, but I'll just keep it vague and say, don't be scared of your decisions. It's good to be sure of your decisions, but try to stay out of the fear, or any of the lower vibrational feelings, because that's whatever we're putting out there is what's coming back. So we have to stay positive. We have to stay grounded. We have to stay in the moment. Difficult situations are going to be, like I said, it's going to be a little tricky because they're going to be triggering. But again, it's to see how far that we've gotten. Don't feel discouraged. Just think back of everything that you've been through and feel that overwhelming sense of being an absolute badass. Like I said, well, I guess I did say it, but it's not up yet. But what I'm gonna upload, it's basically it talks about the whole dark night of the soul and the trial by fire and stuff like that. And essentially, it's like you go into it one person and you come out the other side a completely new person with a new point of view and a new outlook on life, and it's essentially a rebirth. We're caterpillars, and the cocoon was scary, and emerging out of the cocoon was scary, and now it's time to embrace our badass butterfly selves and flap our wings and show the world how friggin' beautiful we are. Like I said, I updated my About Me section, so if anybody needs any, tips or advice, you just want to get some stuff off your chest so you don't feel crazy, you need to relate to somebody, but you're not comfortable with sharing it in the public, feel free to reach out. I wish I had more people to talk about when I was going through this in the beginning, and now that I found the community, it's been very beneficial, as I feel it's been beneficial to a lot of us. And again, that's why I'm so open about everything, because I feel it's very important to be open about this. Don't hide it. Don't, it's okay that other people don't, they don't see things from your point of view. Everyone has experienced reality in a different way based on their own things, and that's the thing. Don't allow yourself to be tricked, because we are in control of our own realities. And that's why, it's important not to be overruled by fear or allow other people to make our decisions, or us to be easily persuaded to go in any which direction that we don't feel is on our path. Because essentially we have to stay true to ourselves and, act in speak with integrity and treat everyone with kindness. Don't, even the tricky energy and people are going to be trying to test you and stuff. Just don't, it's going to trigger you. Just don't let it get to you. Try to take the high road, stay grounded. Like I said, it's all about what we put out there in the universe. So try to put out as many positive vibes out there as possible. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun, guys. But I'll try to keep you all updated with the energy and what I'm feeling about everything. But just understand that it's a shift. It's gonna feel a little weird, especially for us empaths, because we're like hypersensitive to it. And I know for myself that it's been like a whole coming to terms with that, and now understanding why I feel the way I do at certain times, and a lot of it has to do with the moon cycles. Because essentially, the moon affects it affects the tides, it affects the water on Earth, and our bodies are like pretty much like 80% or something. Don't quote me on that. I'm tired. I have a headache. My sinuses are all messed up. My cat's tired. Just it's hard to think right now. But I don't even know where I was going with that. So maybe we'll just end this there. And like I said, I'll do some readings later, and I'll continue giving you guys updates on the energy. But I just felt it was important. I know there's like other videos out there, kind of giving a broader description of things. But I felt it was important to kind of share that. All right, my cats are apparently getting out of control now. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be some tricky energy, but like just stay dedicated, stay confident. Um, the sign Aries is actually like it's gonna be a month of independence, so a lot of us are gonna feel compelled to really try to stand on our feet again and to really gain our independence, and that's honestly like gonna be important. Because I know everybody's at different points on their journey and stuff, and for me it's been this month has been a lot of healing and learning and working with different energies and trying to work on the things that I wanted to work on before the universe just came and slammed me off the hamster wheel. Things were very overwhelming, and I had a lot to work with, or not a lot to work with, but I had a lot of stuff to figure out. Like the spooky stuff was kind of really overwhelming, especially when you like come from reality where you're like, oh, I got to work on my anger, or I got to work on this, you got to work on that, my listening skills, and then all of a sudden, just you get body slammed off the hamster wheel. Life gets really fucking spooky, and all of a sudden, your listening skills kind of fall to the wayside because you need to figure out what the fuck is going on. And then, the whole trial by fire is a terrifying experience. So I mean, anybody that is recently went through it, that's like I don't know. Like I said, everyone's gonna be different points in their journey. But like if anybody's near the point that I am, then you're on the right track. Just don't give up. Just yeah, just be your butterfly self and fly around and be awesome because you are awesome. And remember that everything happens for a reason. We're all lovable. It's okay that we don't fit in the box anymore. I'm still trying to come out of the box myself. We can't live inside of the box. I lived inside of the box and then got fucking thrown through the box. So I realize there's more outside of the box, and as overwhelming as it might seem, one step at a time, you'll get there. But anyway, like I said, it's important for us to stick together. It's important to help people. It's important to raise your vibration, raise the vibration of everything and everyone around you. Yeah, I don't know what else to say for you is now. Like I said, my head's killing me, and I did make this video earlier, and then I just decided to make it again. And I did make a video last night about the wonky energy, but I didn't really understand it, so now I understand it, and the shift happened, and it's right now the energy's it's gonna feel pretty smooth. I don't know if that's like the calm before the storm, but yeah, just keep on keeping on. Make sure to pay attention to your dreams. It's going to be really important this month. What? All right, so my cat's telling me that this is over. So this is over for now, and we'll talk to you later. Like I said, I'll do readings later. I'm just gonna do some recharging, hang out with my cats, and drink some coffee and get motivated, y'all. So peace and love, and we'll see y'all later.